Good evening and welcome to Mount Hood Community College on a beautiful 75-degree clear sky night in the Rose City, Portland, Oregon. The Dogfish of San Francisco coming off a bye with a 2-5 record. They enter hostile territories here in Portland, taking on the Stags, the 4-1 Stags, coming off a huge victory at Vancouver, defeating the Nighthawks. This is round 3 between these two teams. So far, Portland has taken the first two games, 18-16 the first matchup, and the second was 21-17. Last season, of course, the San Francisco Dogfish won 3 of the 4 games played against these Stags. Portland's only win of the season, though, did come at the hands of the San Francisco Dogfish. San Francisco took the West last year. This year, it's a little different story. They're starting to struggle. They won their first game, lost 5 games in a row, and they're coming off a big win a couple weeks ago against the Vancouver Nighthawks. The Dogfish need this game to get out of the cellar, and of course the Vancouver loss will help that. Both teams with 2 losses. For the Dogfish, they want to keep their 1-game win streak alive. I talked to Coach Justin Safdie before the game. He said that they need to get up early. The Dogfish have struggled with slow starts. They need to get up early, stop the movement from the Portland handlers, and that will help decrease the amount of hucks that the Stags are able to complete down the field. Also, on offense, they need to be patient. Relax. For the Portland Stags, the 4-1 first-place Stags. It's weird saying that, but it's getting so true, and it's getting easier to say that week after week. These Stags have been nothing more than spectacular after going 1-9 last season, 4-1 this season, won 2 away games, and here they are about to throw off the huck against the San Francisco Dogfish. The Stags want to play their system, start with the system. Every single player needs to know their roles. As I talked to both Quarrel and Knapp, the head coaches of the Portland Stags, know their roles, keep it simple. Simplicity's better, and what, of course, Quarrel and Knapp said is play with smart frisbee. And there's an interception to start things off. First turnover committed by the San Francisco Dogfish, and here come the Stags. Let's see if they can capitalize. They've done such a good job of capitalizing on this season on opposition turnovers and mistakes. That's Rafi Hayes, who made a huge play. That was on ESPN, Top 10 Sports Center. Ben McGinn looking for someone open in the end zone. 40 seconds have elapsed from the clock. There is a good defensive play by San Francisco that negates a first score, and here come the Dogfish. That was number 13, Tyler Grant, one of the offensive cutters for the Dogfish. Both teams, 1 possession and 1 turnover. Just on our way here at Mount Hood Community College in the Rose City. That's Portland, Oregon. I'm, of course, Brad Stein, bringing you live Major League Ultimate action on www.mlultimate.com. That's James Pollard. Passes midfield, gets that back to Tyler Grant. Well defended. And here comes San Francisco. Got to start strong. They have a wide open receiver. And there it is. First score of the game by San Francisco. Stags were last place last year, and this season they're all alone in first place. And last year, the Dogfish won the Western Conference, and right now they're sitting all the way at the bottom. And here come the Stags receiving their first pull of the game, and they're going to take it out of the end zone. Outstanding pull for San Francisco. You're going to see a lot of Jeremy Norton and, of course, Eli Freeman. There he is, speaking of Eli. Leads the league in throwing percentage. Tied in 9th in points, having a remarkable season, all-star caliber. That's Ben Laurie, number 42. Backhands that back to Freeman. Very, very patient. That's Steve Kenton. And as you see, there's a huge huck down the field, open Stag, and that's complete by Ben Laurie, looking for Allison Hall, and he flicks it. Allison Hall in the center of the end zone for the first score for the Portland Stags. The second pull for the Portland Stags. Not too high, moderate. San Francisco receives it. Here comes San Francisco. That was James Yeager. And gets that to Tyler Grant. Grant flicks that towards the middle of the field. Oh, it's dropped. The first drop of the game. That's Nick Weiss. Portland will take over. Watch them. They could try a quick huck down the field, quick strike. Let's see if they're patient, how they work their offense. Ben McGinn. Tight defense. There's another turnover. San Francisco and Portland once again exchanged turnovers. San Francisco has outstanding field position to try to score and take the lead for the first time tonight, or the second time tonight. That's complete to number 6, Drew Kim. Watch Kim. Oh, they're going to go flick style in the end zone. That is grabbed and complete for the second score for San Francisco. For the Portland Stags, Chris Hancock's a game-time decision, and he has been inserted in the lineup. The only person who's inactive is Riley Miner-Shagan. And for San Francisco, Evan Boucher's out, Adam Farron, Chris Hart, Greg Husak, Jordan Jeffrey, Corey Lee, Cody Mills, Matt Taylor, and Hurst and Caulfield is in the lineup. A lot of absentees once again for the San Francisco, and that has been one of the stories that has plagued this Dogfish team. A lot of inactives, and they just haven't been able to get the continuity with each other. Struggling this season, a tough pass. Eli Freeman makes it a nice catch to save the Stags. There's an open receiver. That's Jeremy Norden. Norden's going to huck that all the way down with the flick. Has an open receiver, Jeremy Norden. John Thornton. And there it is, Cody Bjorklund. The players would prefer to be in the 60s, but we will settle for 70 because it is dry. And here comes the pull. San Francisco receives. That's Chris McCarty, one of the defensive cutters. Up to Eric Rivera. You'll hear his name called a lot. Oh, a tough, great diving play to save another turnover. And now they went to Drew Kim. Kim is able to catch it on the rebound. Having trouble with the disc so far. And Justin Safdie talked about the basics. That's what he was concerned about. Get on. The Portland Stags get an early lead. And then about the basics. Good throws, catches. Both coaches talked about simplicity. That's James Pollard with the disc. Another turnover by San Francisco. Let's see if the Stags can take advantage now. And here's a huge flick. It is all the way downtown for the Huck in the end zone. Two men reach up. Good play by Drew Kim to break that up for the D. Portland will take chances in this game. You just saw one there. It hung up in the air a little bit too long. Drew Kim was right there. Nice job defensively to stay with it, make sure that it wasn't a completion and a score. We're tied up at 2 at Mount Hood Community College. I'm Brad Stein bringing you the action. Major League Ultimate diving play by Aaron Weaver. Weaver looking for the flick. Now he backhands that. Another Dogfish goes down to the ground, making it look harder. There's Kissman. There's a flick and an open Dogfish. James Pollard looking for someone open. Great position right now. Drew Kim in control of the disc for San Francisco. 4:35 left. And a flick in the end zone. Reaches up with the left hand. Beautiful catch. Chris McCarty back here at Mount Hood Community College. So far, so good for the Dogfish. They have the lead. 5.5 minutes has transpired in the first quarter. And here comes the pull received by Portland. And that is hanging up, drops to the ground. Portland will take it on the ground. Jeremy Norden, one of the leading touches. Good job. Nice reach by Ben Laurie. And here comes Laurie again. Reaches up, catches it. Going quick this time, Cody Bjorklund. Good defense by San Francisco. They're going back. That's Laurie. Gets it to Supnick. And Supnick back to Steve Kenton. Kenton goes hick all the way down. There's a couple San Francisco down there. And look at that. Reaches up and catches it is Eli Friedman. And let's see what they say. We're going to have a call here. Friedman catches it, but there was a Dogfish there. I believe it was Dan Bellinger. It's going back, or it's going over to San Francisco. A turnover Turnover, tough call, good break for the Dogfish. Let's see if they can capitalize. Not only do they get the disc, but they get to move up a few yards. Great reach and grab by Eli Freeman. A little bit too much contact, they say. Tough call. There's Supnick with the D. Supnick says absolutely not. Not on my watch. Disc goes right back over to Portland. 3:48 left in the first. The Stags looking to tie this up at 3 with a big goal here. Jeremy Norden with the disc. Back to Norden. A little give and go. Norden flicks that out to Kenton. Back to Laurie. Laurie goes across the field to Mark Burton. Burton gets it back to Eli Freeman. Always the disc is in good hands with Eli Freeman. All-star season he's having. Flicks it back to Eli Freeman. Freeman goes really quick. And there's in the end zone from Freeman, just way too far out in front of him. Uncharacteristic turnover once again for the Portland Stags in the end zone as it goes back to the San Francisco Dogfish. Jeremy Norden tied in 9th place in the MLU in assists with 13. No goals, 13 assists. That's what he does so well, setting up the Stags. Timeout called by San Francisco with 2:45 left. You are listening to Major League Ultimate action on www.mlu or mlultimate.com. San Francisco takes over right by the goal line. Drew Kim, a diving catch, a little too much contact, and we're going to have a call. Portland got excited. Topher Davis gets called for the infraction. 5-yard penalty. San Francisco moves up. 2:39 left. There's a hook down the field in the end zone. Has a step on his man. What a defensive play by Portland. Oh, yes. Rafi Hayes with the breakup. We do have a call. Let's see what the referee says before that. It looks like it's going to be called against Portland. As you see, two coaches, Quarrel and Knapp, with displeasure written all over their faces, and a very happy San Francisco Dogfish. Contact on the throw, that's the call. What a fantastic play by Rafi Hayes. That gets negated. San Francisco moves up and remains with the disc. Pollard, there's a hook all the way down the field, incomplete. That's dropped by Drew Kim. Excuse me, not the hook, the hammer throw on that one. Timeout called this time by the Portland Stags with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. You can follow the Portland Stags at Portland Stags, and you can follow Major League Ultimate on Twitter at ML Ultimate. I'm at Brads56 if you want to hear my commentary. And San Francisco is going to take over at the goal line for a quick, easy score. I'm Brad, and here come the San Francisco Dogfish throwing the pull. It will be received by the Portland Stags. Bree Strout. Mark Burton right at the right corner of the field. Give and go back to Burton. Here's Cody Bjorklund. Stags looking to try to get back into this game. Cut the lead to 1. Have plenty of time in this quarter. Oh, there's a dangerous, risky throw, but a nice catch by Laurie. Laurie gets it to Eli Freeman. Freeman finds his man in the end zone for a score. Cody Bjorklund. Dogfish will receive the pull. Have 74 seconds to mount some type of offensive game work here. Back to James Yeager for the Dogfish. Tough defense. That's Matt Kissman. Now we're down to 50 seconds. Back to Drew Kim, number 6, right in the middle of the field. Kim just throws that right over there. Kind of scuba style. Kissman gets that to James Pollard. Intercepted by the Stags. Another turnover by San Francisco. 31 seconds. Could the Stags tie the game? Here they go. They're going to try. They can go down the field. There's a couple Stags. They're thinking about it. Now they're going back up. We're going to have a timeout called by Portland, as you see Coral and Knapp going crazy for that timeout. Welcome back to the Rose City at Mount Hood Community College, where the Portland Stags host the 2-5 San Francisco Dogfish. 4-3, the Dogfish are out in front. 21 seconds remaining for the Portland Stags to operate the field all the way back at their own end zone. Eli Friedman with the disc back to Norden. You'll see these guys control the disc for much of the game for Portland. That's Camden Allison Hall, his first touch of the game. They're at 9 seconds. Cody Bjorklund has it. He's going to have to hook this one down the field. Here we go. There's a huge hook. That's Jeremy Norden. It's hanging up in the air. Oh, it's in the air. Stag can't get it. It was close. It was there. 3 out of the, actually all 4 of the players back there, 2 Stags, 2 Dogfish, misplaced the disc, and it was still almost complete for the amazing, miraculous Hail Mary. And here comes the pull from San Francisco. Portland will receive a high one. It's floating. Good hang time. And Portland's going to let it hang on the ground. Here come the Stags. Jeremy Norden with the disc right at the goal line. Look at the defense displayed by San Francisco. It's very tight. There's got to be someone open. Bjorklund is going down the field. Here's the hook. It's floating. Right corner of the end zone. Bjorklund grabs it for the score. Both Quarles and Knapp, the head coaches of the Portland Stags, said this is a system. Everybody knows their roles. They have to play their positions and play with how they're supposed to play. That's it. He said it's simple Frisbee. We narrowed everything down. We made it simple for these guys where they just have to concentrate on what they're supposed to do and what everyone else is supposed to do. That's it. Smart Frisbee. So far, so good. Much better, scoring the last 2 goals after being down 4-2. 2 unanswered goals by the Stags. How is San Francisco going to come out? How are they going to come out? Here's a hook down the field. Open guy. Eli Friedman's back. Friedman reaches up. It is snagged by a Dogfish for the score. The Stags back on offense. 2 quick strikes. A huck by Portland. And it was matched by San Francisco with a huck of their own. Retaking lead 5-4. I can't believe only 35 seconds has elapsed here in the second quarter. It's going to be a great game. Oh, a turnover, a drop by Eli Friedman, Mr. Reliability. He has dropped a lot of discs. That is number 5. He might have one of the highest percentages at MLU. Throwing percentage, assists, points. He's the leader in points for the Stags team. But this is a problem. He has dropped a lot of discs. And there's another one. San Francisco takes over. Taylor Casino, love the last name. I wonder if he puts any gambles. Tyler Boyd Meredith, number 17 with the disc. Flicks that out to the middle of the field. San Francisco's in perfect striking distance. There's Tyler Boyd Meredith again. They go to the end zone, reaches out, dropped by Taylor Casino. No harm, no foul. Portland just escaped a point against them. Portland comes unscathed that last possession. Tough break for San Francisco. They need to get all the scores they can to match Portland's potent offense. Trailing by 1. Here come the Stags. Ben Laurie, right sideline. Spacing the field nicely is Portland. They take their time. Very patient. Now they're working the sideline. That was Bree Strout. Gets back to Laurie. Camden Allison Hall is breaking towards the right sideline. He's going to come back, one of the cutters for Portland. The young kid from the University of Oregon. Back to Strout. 12 years experience, second year in the MLU for Strout. 13 points, 4 goals, 9 assists for Strout. He's touched the ball 4 times on this possession. Here's a flick down the field. Hangs up there. What a reach and grab by Eli Friedman. We're going to have a call. Is it on Freeman? No, it's going to go against San Francisco. Good job by Freeman to engage the contact and get the infraction called on the Dogfish. 5 yards, moves up. Here's an easy score for Portland. The loudest I've ever heard a Stags game. A diving effort defensively by Vin Bowie. Could come up at the play. San Francisco keeps it. That's Matt Kissman. Gets it out towards the right sideline. Nice catch by Eric Rivera. A lot of missing Dogfish. There's a flick down the field. There's a Stag back there. Makes some contact. The Dogfish catch and a score. Portland receives the pull. Short bouncing disc. That'll be taken by Eli Freeman. And here comes Portland. The Stags back on the attack. Trailing by 1 with 6:58 remaining in the second. Excuse me. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. Steve Kenton gets it out to Camden Allison Hall. Allison Hall flicks that to Ben Laurie. Laurie out to Mark Burton, a former Rainmaker. Burton reaches out. Nice grab by Norden. Norden in the end zone all alone is number 11, Steve Kenton. Supnick with the pull for Portland. Nice pull. San Francisco on the attack. It's Matt Kissman, number 88, center field to Drew Kim. Kim's double teamed. Throws it to Tyler Grant, scored the last goal. Quick give and go by San Francisco. They're moving the disc very smoothly, very fluid. Much better than the last matchup here in Portland. Actually, that was in Washington. Another call on Portland, moves it up a few yards. Illegal contact is the call on the Stags. 6:30 remaining in the first half. In the end zone, broken up by the Stags. Turnover, San Francisco. Portland back on offense. Ben McGinn with the disc, being smothered right now by the end zone. McGinn gets it back. Look at the tight defense. They're going to go back in the end zone. Finally, nice completion. Topher Davis. Haven't heard his name called yet. Good pass. Supnick. There's Thornton in the end zone with the flick. It's hanging. It's caught. Score! Portland in the right corner of the end zone. 7-6. San Francisco will receive the pull. Thrown by Eli Freeman. This one is shallow, but it's hovering in the air. It's going to land on the ground. San Francisco will take over. Tyler Boyd Meredith with the disc. He's looking in the middle of the field. This is going to be broken up and incomplete. Turnover by San Francisco. Now the Stags have some momentum on their side after taking their first lead. James Pollard. You see Camden Allison Hall using that speed all the way down the field. San Francisco has him. Oh, that one's broken up, intercepted by San Francisco. Nice play. That's Taylor Casino with the D. Dan Bellinger. Aaron Weaver. Weaver out to Koji Sugioka. Evan Brydon. Back to Tyler Boyd Meredith. And back to Brydon. Taking their time. 4:37 remaining in the second half quarter. 7-6. Portland leads. Have a call. Let's wait. See what this call is going to be. Line change for the Dogfish. Back in beautiful Portland, Oregon. Who said it rains here? Don't believe one word they say. Today's one of the few sunny days. We get 11 of them per year, and we're wasting one of them. Nah, not wasting it. It's beautiful. Field is dry. It's 75 degrees. Nice and warm. San Francisco keeps the disc on offense. Right in the middle of the field. The Portland chant. They've been crazy, rowdy. Nice catch by Drew Kim. Kim at the right sideline. We're gonna have a call. Legal contact on Ben Laurie, number 42. Drew Kim moves up a few yards. It's going to put them in perfect striking position to tie this game at 7. Let's see if Portland can hold them. Real challenge right now. They go back. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. There they go. Kim right back to the center of the end zone, and Drew Kim scores. Brad Stein bringing you ML Ultimate action. The MLU, Major League Ultimate. Here come the Stags. They take over. Jeremy Norden, number 24, has the disc. Back to Eli Freeman. Freeman and Norden throwing it back to each other. Two-man game. They're going to set up the offense for the Stags. Flick back to Norden. Back deep in their own territory. Want to move this disc. Camden Allison Hall in the right part of the field. Cody Bjorklund now in the center with the disc. Thought about the hammer. Gets it back. There's Norden again. Taking the time. You see Eli Freeman. They'll wait. It's a system here in Portland, much more patient than they were last year. That's why they're 4-1. There's Cody Bjorklund. Bjorklund, a flick, a huck flick in the end zone. Open man, snagged, left-handed. This is good news because last time they were here at Mount Hood Community College, they did not have a lead the whole game against the Seattle Rainmakers. They played well in the fourth quarter, made some mistakes, they tied it up, but were never able to take the lead. And they regained their second lead of the evening. San Francisco receives a pull. The Dogfish back on the attack. That was James Yeager. They call him Jägermeister. Back to Kissman. Kissman backhands that to James Yeager. Huck, flick, 2 Stags back this time. Reach up. It is incomplete. No call. Good no call. Very content the referee did not call an infraction on that one. 2 Portland Stags back there in the end zone. No score. Turnover San Francisco, and here come the Stags again. 2:39 and ticking remaining in the first half. The Stags looking to increase and get their largest lead of the game. Nice flick all the way down there for the Huck. Oh, it's reached up and snagged by Peter Woodside. Woodside with a remarkable play. There's a hammer in the end zone. Caught, touchdown. Raffy Hayes, another goal, another score. The Stags with the pull. Not very high, but nice hang time as it's floating around in the air. Received on the fly by the Dogfish. San Francisco has 2 minutes and 12 seconds to operate. Some offensive. Ooh, reached down and grabbed, snagged it right before it hit the ground. Good job, James Pollard with the reception. Towards the center of the field. Backhand cannot be caught, and that is a turnover. Portland takes over. Another turnover. That is 3 in a row for San Francisco. As the Dogfish have starting to come a little unraveled here the last 3 or 4 minutes of the second quarter. And Portland doing what they've done so well most of the season is taking advantage of turnovers. Up by 2. A flick down the field, but we have a call. I think illegal contact is going to be called. Ben McGinn was knocked down to the ground. Great sportsmanship demonstrated by San Francisco. That's the difference between ultimate and other sports. Unlike the NBA, what you saw yesterday, blowing in LeBron James's ear and touching the face. In the end zone, oh, almost makes a Sports Center highlight play. Another flick, but there's a turnover. Goes back to San Francisco. Good diving effort. The Dogfish trail by 2. They have 1 minute and 8 seconds to score. The Dogfish right back at their end zone. That's Tyler Grant. Grant gets that to James Yeager. Yeager, nice pass to Jackson Stearns. Stearns fakes right, goes left. Back to Kissman. Pollard flicks that to number 19, Nick Weiss. Back to Tyler Grant. Now we're down to 29 seconds. Trying to get the defense going at Mount Hood Community College. Here's Portland. San Francisco has time, 18 seconds, taking their time. Drew Kim possesses the disc. Kim gets that back to Kissman, back to Kim. Kim looks for the flick. Instead, just flips that out to Yeager. Yeager in the end zone, has an open James Pollard. Pollard can't come up with it. Broken up by the Stags. Another turnover, and that was critical. That's the end of the first half. San Francisco needed that. Instead of trimming the lead to 1, the Portland Stags take a 2-goal advantage into halftime, 9-7. Welcome back to Mount Hood Community College, home of the Portland Stags, as Portland has a 9-7 lead over the San Francisco Dogfish. Good action in the first half. San Francisco took the lead, went back and forth until Portland was able to convert on the turnovers by San Francisco and take the 2-point edge. San Francisco Drew Kim at 2 goals, 2 assists, leading point scorer, and also Grant had 2 goals for San Francisco. For Portland, Rafi Hayes had 2 goals, Freeman had 2 assists, Cody Bjorklund had a goal and assist. Topher Davis and Dan Supnick each had 2 Ds. That is your first half stats, and we are on our way for second half action. We do it live on Brad Stein. Thank you for joining us and listening. San Francisco has the disc, thinking about going downfield. Decides not to. Drew Kim, of course, with the 4 points. Great first half. That's Tyler Grant, also a good first half. You see a lot of Grant, a lot of Kim. James Yeager had the disc in his hands quite often. San Francisco looked good in the first quarter. It was the last 5 minutes of the second where they just started. Here's a flick in the end zone. What a reach and grab. Just like that, San Francisco scores. Defense has to be on their heels and be ready for every single huck thrown down the field and every single pass. Try to clog those lanes. Here come the Stags, their first possession of the second half. Eli Freeman at the left part of the field, being smothered defensively to Cody Bjorklund. Another huge A. Bjorklund goes backhand. That's hovering up in the air. Reaches up and grabs it. That was a lovely grab over there by Mark Burton. Burton gets that to Camden Allison Hall. Just about to score. Back to Norden. Norden looking for somebody open. Ooh, got to be careful with that. That was Steve Kenton. Now they score. Cody Bjorklund, right part of the end zone. The Stags to throw the pull. That's Dan Supnick. Tyler Casino controls the disc. Back to Ian Meyer. Back to Casino. And Meyer. Both teams are very patient offensively, waiting for their moments. Ian Meyer, very patient coaches. Justin Safdie, of course, the head coach of San Francisco. Here's a flick all the way down. A nice hook. Drew Kim can't get it. Drew Kim wants a call, but there is no infraction, no whistle, and a turnover by San Francisco. We're at the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. There's a flick downtown, hanging up there and caught by Peter Woodside. A call made. It's going against San Francisco. Woodside and the disc moves up a few yards. Portland is in perfect striking distance. Another nice grab by Portland, making it look so easy. Rafi Hayes, Woodside, Eli in the end zone, right corner, and a score. The Stags throw the pull. A very short one, but it's hovering up in the air for quite some time, and finally hits the ground. San Francisco takes over right around the 30-yard line. Gary Dixon. James Yeager. Look at that give and go. Nice disc movement by the Dogfish. A flick. Jumps up in the air. Nice grab by number 11, Corey Lee. In the end zone, again, we've seen this the last few possessions of the first half. And now the first few of the second half. Just poor communication, bad throws, and turnovers, and Portland's been able to capitalize on them. That's what this game's going to come down to. There's a quick turnover by Portland. Let's see if San Francisco can take over. Number 12 with the D, that's Dan Bellinger. Under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Camden Allison Hall on defense. Back to Rivera, center of the field. He falls, going backwards. That's Thornton. Thornton playing good defense. Back to Gary Dixon. Dixon back to Bellinger. Now playing a three-man game. That's Aaron Weaver. Evan Bryden. Looking for somebody in the end zone. Aaron Weaver has the disc. Looking. Portland's playing good, tight defense. San Francisco very patient. Again, picking their time. Now they're making good throws. Here we go. In the end zone, Dan Bellinger with it. Finds an open Dogfish for the score. www.mlultimate.com. Follow the Portland Stags on Twitter at Portland Stags. And you can follow the MLU on Twitter at MLUltimate. And for more information on the league, go to www.mlultimate.com, where you can watch this game and many others and highlights like Rafi Hayes' ESPN Sports Center top plays. There's a high hanging, floating. Pick it up by the Stags. That was Adrian King. A hammer across the field. That is complete to Chris Beach Rayner. Playing some small disc here. Breeze Stroud back to Stroud again. Stroud is going to flick that out to the sideline. Eli Freeman makes it look so easy. Freeman, a give and go with Cody Bjorklund. Back to Bjorklund. Now centering out to Ben Laurie. Ben Laurie, the backhand out to Adrian King. Has a Stag in the right corner of the end zone. All alone is Chris Beach Rayner for the score. No, they're going to say he did not score. He's about, what, a foot away? 12 inches. Chris Beach Rayner with the disc. 5:16 left. Portland has the chance to go up by 3. Let's make sure they can capitalize. This would be a huge defensive stand for San Francisco. And they're going to be very patient and very careful, very meticulous with the ball. Oh, a reaching catch. Finally, he's in. Looked like Mark Burton, number 16, with the grab. If Portland's going to go far in the postseason, they're going to need Mark Burton to play at an elite level. And if you get Timmy Perston back, even better for Portland. The Stags looking to remain atop the Western Conference in first place. If they win this game, they'll be 5-1. San Francisco is just trying to get out of the doghouse. Literally, the Dogfish trying to get out of the doghouse. 2-5 this season. A win and a Vancouver loss will do it for San Francisco. And here comes the pull by the Portland Stags. That one is a floating pull, waiting patiently, taken by San Francisco. That is James Yeager. There is a huck, flick style, all the way down the field. Thornton is down there, intercepted by Portland. The Stags take over. Rafi Hayes with the big interception. Rafi Hayes has it this back to John Thornton. We're going to have a call. It's going against San Francisco. Illegal contact is the call. The Sags remain with possession, and they just move up 10 yards. I'm going to go back to John Thornton. Didn't see much of him in the first half. Thornton flicks it to Blackman. A lot of the reserves in for the Stags. And that's to Vin Bowie. Bowie back to Topher Davis. Davis to Thornton. Thornton backhand to Aaron Adamson. Have Supnick alone in the end zone, did not find him. Portland misses that opportunity. That's Vin Bowie with the disc. There's Supnick. Supnick has an open receiver. It's Aaron Adamson. Aaron Adamson with the goal here in Major League Ultimate. We can use all the viewers and fans. We can get sport of the future. That's what I call it. They say that lacrosse is a sport of the future where it's gaining more popularity, more viewers, and more players. I think the same about Major League Ultimate. Second year in existence. The inaugural season, 2013. Year one went very smooth. Second year, even better. Here come the Dogfish on the attack. Very pivotal right now for San Francisco. They need to attack. They need to make good crisp throws. That was a risky throw. Nice grab by Chris McCarty. Does it so well. One of the leaders in D's. Back to Drew Kim. Drew Kim centers that. Out to Tyler Grant. Grant had a nice first half for the Dogfish. The whole Dogfish team has struggled as Portland has poured on the D, but a lot of these are self-inflicted wounds by the Dogfish. There's an open Dogfish in the end zone. Could he grab it by his shoe? And he makes it. Stags back on offense. Eli Freeman with the disc towards the right sideline. Nice pass. Nice catch by Norden. Cody Bjorklund passes the midline. Bjorklund looking all over defensively is number 7. That's James Sheridan defensively for the Stags. Beautiful. Jeremy Norden clear towards the right sideline, goes back to number 11, Steve Kenton. Stags running hard, moving for some open space, working that field. Eli Freeman right about the 20-yard line. Freeman goes to Mark Burton. Burton towards the right sideline. Burton gets that knocked out of his hands, and that is a turnover. Nice play defensively. A much-needed defense by the Dogfish. San Francisco can trim the lead to 2 with a goal. 13-10, that's the score. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. Oh, what a crucial error by San Francisco. Just fell out of the hands from the Dogfish. Easy score for Portland. Welcome back to Mount Hood Community College, home of the 4-1 Stags. Portland increased their lead on the last goal by Mark Burton, 14-10. San Francisco receives the pull, and here come the Dogfish. All about the basics for San Francisco. James Pollard gets that out. And it's Tyler Grant. Grant back to Mark Kissman. Kissman at the right sideline, working the sideline, centers that to Jackson Stearns. And there is Drew Kim. Drew Kim back to Stearns. Or back to James Pollard. Pollard gets that to Drew Kim, few yards away from the end zone. Drew Kim looking for an open Dogfish. And he floats it in the end zone. Nice play, and James Pollard is there for the Dogfish score. Drew Kim has been everywhere for San Francisco. Of course, the Dogfish are down several key players. They are missing Evan Boucher, one of their best players, Adam Farron, Chris Hart, Greg Cusack, Jordan Jeffrey, Corey Lee, Cody Mills, Mac Taylor. It's tough. It's been the story of the season for the Dogfish, playing man down. The Sags take over with receiving the pull. That was Eli Blackman. Now I have Adrian King at the right sideline, right around the 5-yard line. 1:25 remaining. Stags looking very comfortable with the 3-point lead. Bree Strout. That's Adrian King, defended by number 5, Taylor Casino. Ben Laurie with the disc. Burton. Cody Bjorklund. Hammer throw across the field. Camden Allison Hall makes a difficult catch. It looks easy. It is not. Floats that out for Eli Freeman. Eli Freeman at the left sideline, and there is a call. Clock stops with 53 seconds. Eli Freeman will move up with the disc. It's going illegal contact against the Dogfish. Double team on Eli Freeman. Thought about the hammer. Freeman's got to get out of there, and he does. Nice job to get it out to Strout. Adrian King with the disc. There's Cody Bjorklund. Bjorklund flicks it back over to King. 35 seconds, plenty of time. Eli Freeman, disc always in good hands with Freeman. Freeman gets that back out. They're going the wrong way. King gets that out. There's Camden Allison Hall centering it. Nice quick throws, but they got to move it down the field. Adrian King, 18 seconds left. There's the hook that we're looking for. Eli Freeman catches it. Nice catch at the 3-yard line. Freeman looking for a man. Freeman with the flick. Cody Bjorklund does it again. Portland with the pull. That's Dan Supnick with the honors. San Francisco receives with 8 seconds left. Can Portland hold them? Can the Dogfish do anything? They're going to try. They're going to go down the field. Quick turnover. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Portland's going to have to throw it up there. They do, and it's not going to count. Raffy Hayes picks it up. That's the end of the third quarter. 15-11, that's the score. The Portland Stags out in front of the San Francisco Dogfish. 10 more minutes left in the game. It started off Dogfish, exactly what Justin Safdie wanted to see. Get up on top. They can only take a 2-goal lead. That was the largest. Portland was able to come back, and now they have a 4-point advantage. And we have under 10 minutes to go. Portland starts off with the disc, receiving the pull. Cody Bjorklund, left sideline. To Camden Allison Hall, the young rookie from the University of Oregon. Allison Hall looking. He's double teamed, so he goes hammer. Dangerous throw. What a play by Eli Freeman. Eli Freeman just really saved the possession for the Stags. It could have been trouble. That would have given San Francisco wonderful field position. They're going to go down across the field to Camden Allison Hall, and we have a call. Another possible infraction. Again, it's on the Dogfish. Several calls on the Dogfish, especially in the second half. That and the turnovers have been the story of the game, and the inability to stop the quick pace Portland offense. Good play on the left sideline by Eli Freeman. Mark Burton with the disc gets that out to Norden. Norden to Steve Kenton. Kenton back to Bjorklund. Bjorklund's going almost a minute transpired. There's a nice play. The D broken up by number 11, Corey Lee, San Francisco. That's exactly what the doctor needed if you're a doctor of the Dogfish. San Francisco looking for that turnover. Delay of game called on the Dogfish. That's going to move them back. Another call. San Francisco needs to pick up the pace. There's a hook down the field, downtown. That's hanging up way too long here. Camden Allison Hall knocks it away. Great play by the Stags, and Camden Allison Hall, 6 foot, 170 pounds. 12 points this season. No Ds. That's his first, or maybe his second. Excuse me, I don't have that. I think that's his second. Ooh, Eli Freeman makes Norden lay out for that one down the left sideline. Here come the Stags, 8:34. Backhand in the center of the field, and Steve Kenton misplays that. Goes back to San Francisco. Norden will be defending Dan Bellinger. San Francisco really needs to come through. Trailing by 4, 15-11. Needs to score on this possession. They've got a couple opportunities given in this quarter from Portland. Take advantage. That's what Justin Safdie would say. Right corner, that's number 85, Evan Brydon. And that's in the end zone. Nice pass. Could he catch it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, for the Dogfish. The Dogfish will throw the pull. And it's going to be a moderate, pretty high one. Nice hang time there. It's going to hang and hit about the 3-yard line. Portland will take over. The Stags, Eli Freeman at the right sideline. Freeman goes hammer across the field. There's Adrian King. Ben Laurie with the hook. Laurie's going to be in the end zone, maybe. Oh, he's stuck at the 1-yard line. Laurie flips it to Bjorklund. Bjorklund reaches out and catches it. In New England, under Belichick, it was a completely different team. This is taken around the 7-yard line by the Dogfish. Trailing by 4, 7:28 left. Intercepted by the Stags. What a beautiful play. There's Adam Furia with the disc. Oh, that was an amazing D. And there's an illegal contact by San Francisco. Another call against the Dogfish. Moving up a few yards. And there's an easy score for Vin Bowie. San Francisco receives the pull right around the 4-yard line. Dogfish on offense. Yeager, ooh, almost very dangerous to Tyler Grant, hovering the right sideline, makes the pass to Matt Kissman. Kissman is at the right sideline now, trying to center that a little bit. Dogfish moving down pretty quick. Gets it back to Yeager, to Drew Kim, center field, now going back to left. Working the field, Jackson Stearns, much better. Drew Kim 2 yards away from his score. Kim looking for someone. And just flips it out for a score. Yes. I'm starting to get hungry. That's why I'm thinking of those Philly cheesesteaks. Stags back on offense. Receive the pull in the end zone. Stags +4, 17-13. That's the score. That's Laurie. Gets it out to Mark Burton, who was cutting across the middle. Laurie again to Freeman. Down the right sideline. Ooh, Freeman intercepted. Good play by the Dogfish. That throwing percentage is going to take a little dent in his throwing percentage with that interception by Corey Lee. He's played a solid second half, but call goes back to Portland nonetheless. Negate to play the D by Corey Lee. Now disc space called on Corey Lee. Another penalty on the Dogfish. How many infractions have we seen? They are really destroying themselves. That is detrimental for the health of the Dogfish. Finally broke it up as Laurie couldn't come up with it. We might have another call. Let's see who this is going to go against. They're thinking about it, and we do have a call. And it is back. Remains with the Stags. Again. The Dogfish just killing themselves. A hammer across the field. That's Steve Kenton. Kenton catches it. Back to Burton, the center. Burton gets it out quick to Freeman. Freeman now in perfect control, command of the offense. Gets that to Norton. Norton 2 yards away from a score at the right sideline. Is he going to go back? He has wide open Burton, but doesn't see him. Now they find Burton. Terrible pass. Intercepted. Here come the Dogfish. Golden opportunity to wrap this game up by Portland. San Francisco is going to call a timeout with 5 minutes and 41 seconds left. Very, very important for San Francisco. Flicks that out to Jackson Stearns. Stearns, nice to Drew Kim. Kim looking all over him, or a couple Stags. Now they got it back to Kissman. Plenty of time. James Pollard back to Kissman. Backhand center field to James Yeager. Much better passing done by Dogfish. are reaching out for a Stag. No good. And there's James Pollard. Pollard can't come up with it. Drops it. I don't know exactly what happened. Hit his fingertips. Was he distracted? Was he distracted by Vin Bowie? Number 12 for Portland coming by. That could do it here at Mount Hood. The Stags take over +4, 4:46. There is a huck all the way down, hoving up. Vin Bowie catches it on the flick. Vin Bowie has a man open the end zone. It was Rafi Hayes, couldn't find him. They're going to be patient. They want to kill the clock. It's smart. They're not in a need right now for a quick score. There's Thornton controlling the disc. If they can kill a minute and a half and score, even better. Wide open Stag catches it low, and there it is, another score. San Francisco will receive. Unless something crazy happens, it looks like the Portland Stags could and should have their 5th victory of the season. What a difference 1 year makes. New scheme, new coaches, some new players. More experience. Dogfish with the disc. That's Drew Kim. Left. Tyler Grant centers that to Eric Rivera. Rivera gets that quick. It's back to Tyler Grant. Grant to Drew Kim right in the center of the field. Kim is commanding the field. Nice pass to McCarty. McCarty back to Kim. And a whistle. We've heard a lot of whistles in the second half. Illegal contact. This time called against the Portland Stags. Moves up about 5 yards. McCarty with the disc. Out to Kissman. Kissman looking for McCarty right in the center of the end zone. McCarty scores. Where's Stag? And Taylor Casino's just going to drop the disc right at the 1 yard line. And here come the Stags. What they're trying to do right now is initiate a stall count. I don't know how many seconds they have. Maybe 2. They're going to have to get this off clear. There's Jeremy Norton, picks it up. Norton's going to quickly have to get this one. Double team right on Norton. Norton throws it, and it is deflected. A turnover. A good job again by Casino. I like the strategy used by Justin Safdie. The Dogfish have to do something drastic to get back in this ball game. That's number 11, Corey Lee with the disc. Out to Tyler Boyd Meredith. Once again, the Dogfish have done best on offense when they've worked all corners in the middle of the field. Back to Corey Lee in the end zone. Another quick score. That's Jackson Stearns. Brad Stein and the MLU bringing you live Major League Ultimate action. The 2-5 Dogfish are losing 18-15 against the 4-1 Portland Stags. A game, battle of the Western Conference. The first place Stags, last place San Francisco. The roles have reversed since last year. San Francisco won the West. Portland was in last place. That's how much parity we have in the MLU, both the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Just because you win 1 year doesn't mean you're going to win the last year. Once again, we're going to have the disc throw down, and Eli Freeman's going to pick that up in bounds, or out of bounds. He's going to come back in bounds. He's going to quickly throw this one out. And that is a hammer all the way across the field. Well done by Portland and Eli Freeman. Campton Allison Hall has the disc for the Stags. Easy score, just like that. The Stags back on top.
Let's do this.
A floating, hoving, nice hang time on the pull by the Stags. That's taken by number 88, Matt Kissman. Stags on defense, San Francisco on the attack, trailing by 4. That is a huck in the end zone, almost broken up. It is broken up. Nice D by number 5. Peter Woodside has made a couple huge plays for the Stags. Stags back on offense. The turnover by San Francisco. Under 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Supnick gets it out. There's Peter Woodside. Okay, a couple bodies flying around. We're going to have another whistle, another call, and an infraction. Let's see. Make sure this is on San Francisco. And an injured Stag. Trainers come out. Nice round of applause. Camden Allison Hall will check in. A little break in action. If the Stags hold on their 4-point lead, they will be 5-1 on the season. And all alone in first place, the Seattle Rainmakers are taking on the Vancouver Nighthawks in Renton right now. Don't have any updates on the scores. Tough play by the Stags. Ben McGinn, nice catch. Camden Allison Hall. Stags are going to go down the field. You see they're thinking about Adam Faria. Was open. Instead, a hammer across the field to Rafi Hayes. Rafi Hayes centers that for Supnick. Supnick back to Camden Allison Hall. All they need to do is just hold on to the disc. Under 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Ben McGinn, or Grant Cole with the disc. Supnick, there's a huck on the flick. It is Camden Allison Hall. Another score, another goal. After a winning season and getting to the championship game, they will have a losing season this year. San Francisco receives the pull. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Keep fighting. That's the one thing about the MLU and the sport of ultimate. You keep fighting. You keep playing. You never give up. Just like this flick downtown, and it's dropped. That's one of the narratives tonight. That's Aaron Weaver dropping it. Drop discs, infractions, turnovers, an inability to match up with the Stags in the open fields. We're going to have an illegal contact called on San Francisco once again. 57 seconds. They're just delaying the inevitable. .55 seconds and counting. Stags are going to just try to kill the clock. That's Ben McGinn with the disc as he backhands that to Dan Supnick. Supnick back to McGinn. McGinn hammer across the field. The left, nice job to Grant Cole. It's always good to work on your hammers this point of the game. That's Crispy Trainer. Another legal contact is going to be called, most likely, with 29 seconds left. There's the illegal contact. Really nowhere for the Stags to go. They can move up a couple yards. They're going to, I guess they're going to try to score right now. Crispy Trainer with the disc. They turn it over. Intended for Tyler Cable. And a fallen Dogfish. It was incidental contact, but there is a call with 22 seconds left. And that was on Ben Laurie, number 42. San Francisco will move up with the disc. 22 seconds to play. Stags on defense, still with 5-0 lead. Let's back that up. We got 15 seconds left. And we're at the 10-second mark, and this is going to be it. A backhand in the end zone. Let's see who's going to come up with it. It is intercepted by the Portland Stags. What a marvelous play in the end zone by number 14, Aaron Adamson. Of course, his brother, Sam Adamson, plays for the San Francisco Dogfish. And that is it. Your final score at Mount Hood Community College. The Portland Stags 20 and the San Francisco Dogfish 15.